Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It's 6:20 a.m., June 2nd, and prices of Bitcoin have exploded overnight, close to about $10,107. All the Twitter trolls and the YouTube trolls are going to roast me, so I'll do it myself for you guys, all right, so you can save some energy. Here is my short stop being hit. Yesterday, we actually were in a live session with our Advantage members, and we saw this explosive move come out right as we were live, and my stop got hit. I don't know, for some reason my stop got hit on 10,086 and then 10,203 on Bybit. My actual stop was 10,100, but I don't know what the case was with that. But here are my losses, just so you guys know. I don't just talk out of my ass. I put my money where my mouth is, and I got stopped out, and I'm happy with saying, with a smile, that I was wrong. All right. And so now, Bitcoin bulls are, I'm sure, out in full force, and they're talking about we're never going to see, 10,000 again, right? We'll never see price below 10K again, like this tweet right here, where everyone is thinking that, from here, this is a huge sign and we're just going to explode up from here. Well, let me just show you guys another view. Okay, again, I know that in this area right here, I was proven wrong, but Bitcoin bulls have a lot more to prove. They have a lot to prove. Okay, remember, this is the area I told you guys that this is the area that we have gotten rejected for the last almost year now. Almost, well, not a year, but I guess 9 months or so. Okay, so you could see we have not broken out of this area. Until you break out of this, you cannot celebrate as a bull. I promise you. Listen, I know that everyone thinks that, all right, guys, we got to 10,000. We got to, what was the high yesterday? Let me see, 10,473, right? I think everyone is celebrating a bit too prematurely right here. That doesn't mean I'm saying that don't go long or, definitely short here, okay? I am just saying that you need to be careful. Remember, the market knows how to trap people. The market knows exactly where the FOMO points are, where the short liquidations sit, where people are most interested in getting into an asset and then they can start rolling over that movement, okay? The market always knows better than everyone. So this means that up here, it is still not a decidedly bullish move because we have not broken above this key resistance of 10,550 at least. Okay, we're still at 10,103. So we retraced back almost $400+ from yesterday's high, right? However, I understand that this is a big, breakout. All right, it came out with decent volume, okay, on a 4-hour time frame, but on a daily time frame, on a daily time frame, right, it was all right. It wasn't really the most, spectacular kind of breakout volume that you'd expect. Now, if we see continuation on this candle or the following candles, then I'd say, okay, looks like it's a real breakout once we get through 10,500. But here, let me show you guys what breakouts look like. So you guys remember from November through December or January when we were trading in this range right here, and then we broke out all the way to 10,550, way back from right around like $6,000 or $7,000, right? So look at the volume from here as it reaches up past this key resistance point. Look at the volume just continuously extending up. This right here, breakout volume, okay? Sellers sell heavily, yet price goes nowhere, keeps going up, okay? This is what you want to see. This is what you want to see if you want to see a breakout. And who knows, that real breakout might come up here past 10,500. So this could be an opportunity for you to get into 10,100 or wherever we are. There's a couple other ways you could look at this is, maybe you get a retest back towards the top of the triangle and then start pushing back up. So back towards the top of the triangle is, right around $9,850, $9,900 or so. So that could be your buying opportunity. If I get a retest right there, I'm going long, okay? If the retest kind of looks even somewhat similar to like this, spike down and then starts trailing back up, I'm going to go long. I'll at least go long back towards 10,250 and this key high around 10,450 or so. Okay, I'll see if we're looking like we want to break 10,550. But if I get a retest right here, I would definitely consider going long. Alternatively, if this thing starts rolling over and it starts breaking back inside the triangle, you better be darn careful, because here's the thing, okay? This little area right here, make this a different color. Let's make this green or something. So if this thing starts breaking back inside this area, let's just say it does something like this, okay? Does something like this, and starts breaking down, I would say that was a fake out. We're probably at least going back to this area of the triangle, or we're probably going to go much lower. Because here's the thing, you don't have a breakout like this for no reasons. There's only one of two reasons. Either this is a trap, or we're really going to break up and out from here, okay? There's only two ways to look at it, right? You don't kind of just break out up here and you don't meander around, all right? Meandering up here, excuse me, meandering up here would imply that the bulls are out of fuel, okay? Even coming back inside the triangle would imply that the bulls are out of fuel. However, you do a retest like this and you start pushing back up, looks like the bulls are reloaded up and they're ready to push the prices up again. Even if we do something like this and we start heading back up, take out this key wick high, all right, then we're ready to keep on moving up. So even on a smaller time frame, you could look at this as kind of like this, okay? So all you need to do is you need to set alerts right up here, okay? You just say that, all right, if you see a hourly time frame breakout above this area, if you want to be a little bit more liberal with that, with the time frame, you could say, maybe 15 minutes or 30 minutes. Candle close above this area, go long from here, okay? Keep your tight stop. I would probably say that if you're so close to 10,473, you might as well wait, for the 10,550 area right up here for the breakout, the real breakout, right? So anyway, I do want to show you guys, again, yes, we got stopped out on this position, and I was wrong. I want to say that and reiterate that. And the reason I want to show you guys that, and not that I owe anything to anyone watching, first of all, I think there's a lot of people in the space who talk or, quote unquote, are analysts. But I put my money where my mouth is, right? I'm actually happy to admit that I'm wrong. I'm happy to show you guys that I lost money in this trade, because losing money on a trade implies that at some point, I've actually gained money, okay? And it also implies that I actually have money to trade with. Okay, so if this is a cumulative like $3,000 loss right here, right? You have to wonder that, okay, well, this person knows what he's talking about. If he's trading with size, he's putting his money where his mouth is. Not trading with chump change, okay? I'm not trading with money that, you guys think that, all right, well, he's not showing me anything about his winners or losers or anything. I want to show you guys my losers so you can see exactly what I go through on a day-to-day basis. On top of that, I also show my community my other positions, right? My advantage community, I showed yesterday that I picked up silver, okay? Now, I personally think that metals are doing pretty well. They look like they're breaking out. Gold and silver specifically look like they're doing pretty darn well. So I'm thinking that, all right, well, I'm going to pick up some silver, okay? So I'm not just trading crypto. I'm trading multiple markets. I'm trading the FX markets. I'm still in a short. This is my average short entry. My stop is up here, okay? I have my silver position like I showed you, right? So you got to ask yourself, do you want to follow someone who's actually putting money where his mouth is, or do you want to follow someone on Twitter who always just says that, hey, I got this call right and this call wrong, right? So I don't know. I think what bugs me about a lot of people who troll or kind of talk on Twitter without showing exactly what they're doing, um, I don't know. I don't think they're real traders. I think real traders, at least like myself or Fassel in our community, right? We show you guys on a day-to-day basis how we look forward to making money in this market. We show you every single day with our updates. We show you with our stock alerts or stock of the day. And I showed you guys with the guest that we brought in, right? I told you guys, Austin, he's going to be joining us on a Sunday call every single Sunday in June. He's a former Citigroup portfolio manager. He currently manages CFF Capital, which is a hedge fund based right around the Houston, Texas area. So people like this know exactly the caliber of people myself and Fassel are in terms of trading and investing. They understand. They understand the struggles that we're going through. And, you know, myself and Austin, we talk quite a bit. I let him know that I picked up silver. He thought it was a great idea. I let him know I'm trading Bitcoin and, you know, that I was short. He also thought that was a great idea. So I don't just trade and, you know, not vet my ideas with other smarter people. Okay. I've learned a lot over the years. After 11 years of trading, I can tell you guys one thing, which is that it's not simply about being right or wrong in this market. It's about, number one, do you have the guts to put your money where your mouth is on the position, on the analysis that you've been talking about? I know I did, right? Right? I mean, I took my loss with a smile on my face. Okay? Question is, do other people do that? I don't know. So, you know, this is the dilemma, folks. You know, you get to admit that you're wrong, but that even when you're wrong, I think a lot of people think that, all right, well, you're wrong, I'm not going to follow you. Well, if you never follow people who have opposing views than yourself, you're never going to get better. There's this guy on Twitter, you know, who kept messaging me, talking to me about, asking questions about why I don't think Bitcoin is bullish or is going to break out. And messaged him back, right? We've been talking back and forth, and he challenged my views, and I was happy about that. However, I still don't think I'm wrong on the analysis for saying that we have not seen a real breakout above a key resistance level. So it's not that I want to stay adamantly bearish. It's that Bitcoin hasn't really proven to me that it's truly bullish. So what has it really done? All it's really done is gone through a bit of a short squeeze right here. I can even show you guys on XO, right? So let's check out XO. I bet you that on XO, and I haven't even checked XO since yesterday, on XO, I bet you this movement right here had a lot of fuel from the derivative side, meaning short squeezes pumping up through the price. Let's check this out. So this rect indicator right here is all about finding liquidations and squeezes on the way up or on the way down in terms of long squeezes or short squeezes. Look at the green bubbles right here. All short squeezes. So this was a $1.21 billion candle, only with a net positive delta of $130 million. So it wasn't real money coming in and boosting up the price. There's a lot of short positions closing out their positions and having to cover. Not the same thing. This is not how you indicate bullishness. We can even go to, let's see here. Well, this is also a spot exchange, but even on the spot exchange, you can see, volume still fairly dismal, right? Let's see here. Actually, let's go back. I want to show you guys. So here's also some breakout volume that you see right up here in this candle, right? From Bitstamp specifically, or even up here. This was the breakout volume. Let's check out Coinbase. So this, again, Bitstamp is spot. Coinbase is spot. BitMEX, Bybit, Deribit are all derivative exchanges, right? So that means they only deal with futures contracts. They only deal with perpetual futures. Deribit deals with options, right? So it's not the same kind of spot volume, okay? So even over here, let's go down into it. Okay, even over here, you can see increasing in spot volume. Let's go back over here. Take a look at this. Look at where the volume is in this movement up. Pretty small to me. I mean, look at how much selling came into this candle right here. That was a lot of selling that came into this candle right here. You know, so this to me, you know, still has not sort of indicated that we're definitely bullish up here. And I know a lot of people on Twitter and YouTube are going to criticize me, but listen, I don't really care. I'm here to be of service to you guys, to give you guys the truth that other people don't want to give you. I'm here to give you an unbiased, objective opinion. Listen, I've been the most bullish when I needed to be, you know, way the heck up here. Okay. Even from here, I started saying that, okay, well, we might push up higher. I didn't really take that many long trades, but I was happy to say, all right, well, once we got past this area, all right, this looks, you know, a bit more bullish, but we got to 10,000. Then we just started putting in more and more bearish signs. Okay. Even over here on the roll down, right? I was bearish all the way down. I didn't even care about this. I knew this was a short squeeze. Over here, I was bullish. So it's okay to be bullish when you need to be bullish. It's also okay to be bearish until you are proven wrong otherwise. All right. The S&P 500, the ES, which is, you know, the futures contract of the S&P 500. Again, taking off, right? And this is all in the middle of what's happening in America, which is riots, political unrest, still dealing with coronavirus, still dealing with the economy that's struggling, in my opinion, right? 40 million people unemployed, and the ES doesn't care, and it keeps going up. It just shows me that the Fed itself is blowing one of the biggest bubbles ever. Here's another crazy thing, right? This was just hilarious to me because if you guys are from the US, you know, Macy's, which is a flagship store, has a flagship store in Herald Square. It was looted, all right, and yet the stock went up. Okay, even over here, put to call ratios. So again, if you're familiar with options, this is basically how many puts are there versus how many calls, right? So it's like puts divided by calls. So if there's 10 puts for every 5 calls, the ratio right now is, you know, 0.50 or 0.51. So there are a lot more puts in the system. Okay, so bigger players are probably gearing up, you know, for something like a top to happen or some event or something where, you know, the distribution starts, or distribution probably already has started, and then we're going to start rolling over. Even over here, hedge funds' exposure to equities remains near historic lows, despite markets surging 37% over the past 2 months. Hedge funds know exactly what's going on. And as I stated before, you know, the thing about being right and wrong in the market, number one, first of all, it's all about how much money can you make either being right or wrong, or rather, you know, how much do you lose when you're wrong and how much do you make when you're right. That's the only thing that matters. And so when you're looking at a market like this, yeah, you could be wrong on the way up, but that doesn't mean that your analysis is wrong, you know, overall. If it just keeps shooting up from here and we start a new bull market by the end of the year, then you're completely wrong. But at this point, you're not proven wrong. Okay, it's all relative to the time and place in terms of the asset that we're in. So if we start rolling over from here, you're then proven right. It's just that at this moment in the asset cycle, or even over here, that it looks like you're completely wrong. But you're not proven wrong yet. That's the difference. Okay? But again, it doesn't matter, right? It's not about being right or wrong. It's about how you can make money in the market day in and day out. That's what matters. If you're wrong, you got to make sure that you lose minimal amounts of money. Money you're okay with losing. I'm okay with losing this money. I'm okay with losing this money, right? But what do I do going forward? So I've laid out a game plan for you guys, right? You can watch the retest right here on the triangle. You can watch the push back up either past 10,473 or some candle closes above 15-minute or 30-minute above that marker right here, or wait simply above 10,550 for that resistance right here to break. So I've given you guys a couple of options. Make sure you listen. Don't fall into the same bullish trap that everyone else and their mother is talking about on Twitter, that Bitcoin is now at 10,000. We're never going to see 10,000 below 10,000 again. These are the same idiots who are saying that right here. And guess what? I closed out a majority of my positions right here. I showed you guys this before, right? If we go to long term right here, on February 12th, 2020, it's all dated right there. I told you guys that I've gotten tremendous returns on my alts. I also sold my Bitcoin and my Ethereum back into US dollar, right? Way the heck up here at the top. I didn't know this was going to be the top. You know what told me that this was the top? It was people. Everyone kept telling me the same thing, that Bitcoin is never going to go under 10,000, or alts are going to go to 3x or 5x. Ethereum is going to go to 500. Bitcoin was going to go to 15,000. See, this is why I like to read the sentiment on the market and sell. Okay? I had no idea this was going to be the exact top. But I knew, reading the sentiment and hearing all these bullish calls and seeing how overextended we were, I was like, all right, seems like the right time to take profit. You're never going to be able to catch the bottoms or the tops. You might get lucky. I definitely got lucky right here. That was total luck. But for the most part, what you really want to pay attention to is what is the technical setup? What is the fundamental setup? How is the macro how's the macro outlook on the market looking? These are the things that are going to help you make decisions. Not some dude on Twitter who's going to tell you that Bitcoin is never going to go below 10,000. All right. So I hope this analysis was helpful, guys. Give me a thumbs up. Whether you like me, give me a thumbs down if you don't. If you thought my short position was stupid, or if you think my bearish call is still wrong and you think we're going to go past 11,000 or whatever, let me know. I want to hear from you guys, right? The one thing that I'll never do is censor opposing views. I'm more than happy to listen to people who don't have the same viewpoint as me. Okay? That's what makes us both better, if we actually have a meaningful discussion. By the way, I already talked about this, I think, in yesterday's video, but if we have a breakout above 10,550 or so, like a real breakout, I don't see us stopping anytime until about maybe 12,500 or 13,900, which was this key high. Okay, so I'll leave that out there as a bullish breakout, but you need to break out and stay above this area. Not some bullshit like wick and then come back under. No, you got to blast up through this, retest this as support, then start taking off. Okay, that would be the biggest bullish scenario. And this is where you can make a lot of money. From here, once you get that real breakout, towards 12,000, towards 14, maybe even higher. Okay, if you're buying now, you're buying resistance, just so you guys know. If you're buying now, you're buying into resistance. Even if we had that $200-300 breakout from yesterday, still resistance. Doesn't matter. Okay, the real resistance is way the heck up here. So what the heck are you buying for, right? You're buying on hope. You're not buying on technicals, right? If you want to buy on hope, just buy, forget about it, right? Come back 10 years later. If you're trading and you're a trader, you got to look at the technicals, okay? All right, that's it, folks. Thank you guys always so much for watching our analysis. Again, we have that 50% off. If you guys are interested, shoot me a message right there. Let me know your thoughts on the markets, and we can discuss more, whether in the comments section or you come join our free Discord. The link is below. Again, if you're interested in 50% off, join and message me right here. All right. Cheers, guys. Have a good rest of your morning, day, night.